Hello everybody and welcome back to the Camp Guide. As usual, I'm Katniss and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to deal with the problems that Mother Nature throws at you. So on this channel, I just love talking about, the great outdoors is so beautiful and wonderful and pretty and, exciting and fun. And, you should spend all your time outdoors or camping. But, in reality, yes, it's beautiful, but there's a lot of problems that come with it, like rain, sun, and bugs, and poison ivy. So, without further ado, let's get started. One of the things that I hate the most about going outside or camping is the bugs. Yeah, sure, if you're a little spider and you're just minding your own business, I don't mind you. You're good. But the thing that I have a problem with is mosquitoes. Now, what better way to deal with that than to basically just cover yourself in a variety of different chemicals? So my first method of protection is one of these sprays. So we have the Coleman Max 100 insect repellent. We have the Repel 100 repellent. And we also have the Off Deep Woods Sportman stuff. So both the Repel 100 and the Coleman stuff have 98% DEET, and the Off stuff has a slightly higher percentage, but that doesn't really matter. See, what matters is the fact that you cover your ankles and maybe your head/hair and just overall like a few spots on each of your limbs with it, because you don't want to be drowning yourself in this type of stuff. That will make you sick, but it's really good for keeping off ticks and horseflies, because I've been camping for 7-8 years, I believe now, and I have only gotten 2 ticks. And those were the times that I didn't wear this type of stuff around my ankles. So, my next way that I protect myself is these 2 Off products. They're about the same stuff, it's just one's a spray. And I usually just have the spray in case the aerosol stuff isn't quite working. So basically just cover yourself in that. It's only 25% DEET, I believe, and it works great. I'm not saying that it's 100%. You're still going to get some bug bites and possibly some ticks, but that's inevitable when you go into the great outdoors. My last method of protection are these different bug bite bracelets, I guess. So I've only actually used the ones that kind of look like, these bands, but I assume that this works really well. I mean, my friends have used it. They say that it works great. I wouldn't suggest it for me because I have a problem with bugs, like a really bad one. But, if you just want to have a little bit of extra repellent, then this is a great DEET-free way to protect yourself. Now we also have these really cool bracelets or anklets. Not quite sure the brand. I will definitely put the link in the description though. And And basically how these work is they come with a bracelet, or two in my case, and a bunch of little cartridges. And what you do is you take the cartridge, you take off the wrapping stuff, and you put it into the bracelet. And then you attach it to either your wrist or your ankle. I'd probably use it on my ankle as an extra tick repellent, but that's your choice. These work really well. I just used them on my last camping trip. I mean, I also used a lot of DEET stuff, so I'm not quite sure how well they work alone, but I know that with all the stuff that I used, I minimized how many bug bites I got last camping trip compared to the one before, so I guess you could call that a win. As I previously mentioned, when you go outside and into the woods, it is inevitable that bugs are going to bite you, unless it's winter, then they're all dead or asleep. But, you know, the summertime is the best time to do a hike, camping, anything. So you might as well be prepared for the times that the bugs do decide to bite. So we have a few great products that can help deal with that. So obviously you have your nice afterbite cream and liquid stuff. I usually, whenever I'm out on a hike, camping, anything, I usually just bring the cream. It's a lot easier to put it on and deal with. It doesn't drip down your leg, but it doesn't work as quickly. So, you know, the choice is yours. Now, our afterbite liquid, it's pretty good. It works really fast. It does sting. And it's not really great to take out on the trail because it's liquid and it has a really weird method of, like, I don't know, squirting just randomly. So, I don't know. It's really your choice on whatever one you want to use. For me, when I'm home and I'm just having a lazy day after a camping trip, I usually use liquid stuff because it doesn't take that long to work, but it's good. So if any afterbite or products of that type don't necessarily respond to your bug bites in the way that you want them to, or any nature-related itching, I guess, you can get some allergy relief from your local CVS because it's an antihistamine, and that means that it will help you deal with your bug bites and itches relatively well. The pills are about this big, so smaller than my thumb. They're a little chalky, really easy to swallow. I don't really suggest bringing this out on the trail with you because it makes you drowsy. You don't really want to be drowsy while you're camping. But once again, the choice is yours. I usually use an antihistamine when I'm around the house. But as I said, it's your body, your decision. Now lastly, I have this really cool tool called the bug bite thing. And it's not anything that you need to put into your skin, or it's not a needle or anything. It's just pure suction. So basically what you do is grab your bug bite thing and you push the thing down, and you put it on to wherever is bothering you. And then you just pull up. But that didn't really work. I didn't have it connected properly. So you pull up, and as you can see, very strong amount of suction. Now, once you're beginning to feel relief from your bug bite, you let go. It's still going to be connected. Don't take it off. You're going to wait 30 seconds. And, 30 seconds has passed. Wow, the magic of YouTube videos. And then, if 30 seconds has passed and you're feeling relief, then you're going to push it down and take it off. And it leaves a red mark, but it works. And the other really cool thing about this is it has different sized nozzles. So you can use this big size like I used to demonstrate. Or if you have a smaller bug bite, then you can use a small one. And it's not completely broken if it doesn't have the cap cover thingy, because you can still use it like that. It's just a lot harder to use. Yeah, it's a pretty great tool. Definitely suggest buying it. I will put the link to where you can get it in the description. So now that we have bug bites out of the way, we also have another problem from above. That's the sun. So with sun, you have a variety of different things. You have like creams, you have sprays, you have hats, sunglasses, stronger creams, even lip balm. Sometimes you have like sticks of it, and they're all good. Okay, if it protects you from the sun, you're good. But there is a specific way that if you use them together, then it's going to work better than just using one product alone. So, in the morning, you're getting ready for camp, or your great day at camp, or you're going on a hike, or just spending the day outside, or even at the beach. So, in the beginning of the day, or whenever you're about to go outside, I suggest lathering yourself in at least an SPF 50. I use 70 cream, and that will just give you a base of protection for the rest of the day or until you go into the water. If you do end up going into the water, I suggest reapplying this afterwards and reapplying a spray right before you do go into the water. And afterwards, when you're dry, put some of this stuff on. It's really good. It works pretty well. Yeah. So, after you put your spray, your lotion on, you can take one of two steps. So, let's just deal with the face first. So, if you know me, I get burnt, specifically on my face, really easily. Like, I go out into the sun for anything more than half an hour, and my face will end up looking like a tomato. So, if you're anything like me, then you can take this SPF 100. It works really well, and just lather it on your face. I do suggest reapplying it like every 2-3 hours. Obviously, not all of us have time for that, but that's when I get sunburnt. So, I think that reapplying it would be your best bet. So, after you have your whole body and your face set, it's time to just cover yourself in a spray. I suggest using SPF SPF 50 or higher, but that's your choice. If you don't react that badly to the sun, you can use lower, whatever, your choice. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Basically, just spray this on your whole body. I think we've all used the spray sunscreen. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, going back to the topic of your face. Your face is very difficult because you have your eyes and your mouth, your head even. Getting a sunburn on your scalp is pretty not fun. So, definitely suggest that you wear a hat. You can use any hat as long as it has a full cover on it, not any of the ones that have like a mesh in the back. Just full cover, you know? Now, for your eyes obviously you definitely can't put sunscreen on or in. That would be weird, you know, putting sunscreen in your eyes. So, simple solution, just wear sunglasses. Sunglasses are great. They give you a little bit of protection in your eyes. And yeah. Lastly, your mouth. Well, mainly your lips. Yes, your lips can get sunburnt. They will become extra flaky, extra red, and painful, and there's not anything that you can really do about it because you can't apply aloe to your lips. So, I've used this for a long time. The wrapper's kind of beat up, but Banana Boat has this really awesome sunscreen lip balm. Hello, can you focus? Okay, so it's a Banana Boat sunscreen lip balm. It's SPF 45, so not the ideal. They also sell some higher ones in the sports one, you know, that orange wrapped stuff. It's probably SPF 50 or 75. And works pretty well. I haven't gotten a sunburn on my lips since I've been using it. So, I say that that's a win. So, bug bites usually are the first things to come to our mind when people talk about nuisances of the outdoors. But there also is another thing that can get you pretty itchy, and that is poison ivy. I mean, don't want to discriminate against the other types of poison stuff, like there's poison oak, sumac, and ivy, and there's obviously more. So there isn't a spray or a repellent that you can put on yourself that will stop you from getting poison ivy. So the best thing you can do is just be prepared with proper socks. So they don't need to be like full-blown hiking wool socks or fluffy socks or anything like that. I mean, when I'm camping, I usually just use my good old knee-high Dr. Strange socks, and they work great. And also protecting yourself from poison ivy while you're hiking, just have proper shoes. That's really important. I went camping recently with a girl that only had flip-flops, and she got poison ivy on her feet like nobody's business. So, yeah, wear your proper shoes and socks. If you are going on a primitive or sleeping on the ground in a field, doesn't matter if you're sleeping right on the ground or if you have a tarp separating you, you always got to be extra cautious of poison ivy. If you haven't marked your tarp, I really suggest doing this. Like, have a clear label or duct tape or something that clearly shows which side is the ground, like the one that you usually put on the ground, and which one you sleep on. Because recently when I was primitive camping, I got a really bad rash on my neck. We suspect that it's poison ivy and that I got it from the tarp that we used. It was a really ratty tarp and it wasn't marked on which side should touch the ground. So, yeah, just make sure to label your tarp. And if you're really going all out primitive, just sleeping bag on the ground, just make sure that you're not anywhere near poison ivy. One of my friends, they didn't do well with that. If you do happen to still get poison ivy after taking precautions, then there's a spray for that. It's called Ivorest. It's a poison ivy itch relief spray. It does burn a little and works really well, and I really suggest using it. Yeah, it definitely stopped me from completely suffering while I had the rash on my neck. And it just makes life with poison ivy overall better. So, the last problem that Mother Nature can throw at us is a pretty regional problem, but I think that this will cover most of the states. I mean, if you're watching from somewhere else, then I don't really know what your weather's like. I haven't studied your climate, but I know that there's regular rain in most of the states, so, rain. And I can only really think of a few ways to deal with this, because just like poison ivy, there isn't a spray that you can use to repel it, and it just kind of happens. So, obviously, when you're just walking around town or anything like that, just a raincoat is fine, or maybe an umbrella. But in the woods, especially if you're going out on a long hike, I mean, it's rained on me while I've been going on a horseback ride, camping, like, for any amount of time, anything like that. You're gonna want to bring a full rain suit. Now, if you're not a very experienced camper, hiker, backpacker, whatever, you might not know what a rain suit is. No, it's not like a one piece or anything weird like that. It's basically all your normal clothes, but they're waterproof. So, you have some waterproof shoes. I got mine at LL-Bean, I believe. And then you have your rain pants. They're pretty great. So, and last but not least, you have the obvious, your raincoat. And basically, some people include a hat in their rain suit, but as long as you have a hood, then you're good. Before I go, I just want to thank everyone for watching, and, it's just really great. I love being able to share my passion of camping and the outdoors with others, so just thank you for that. And if you found this video useful, or if you liked it, then feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to find more videos that are camping, outdoors, hiking, literally anything to do with nature, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. And that's all. Thank you for watching.